A couple of months ago, around 3 months ago, when it was snowing severely and there were blizzards and snowstorms and everything, my group of adventurous friends and I decided to take a skiing trip. Now, here's the thing about skiing: skiing is one of those sports where if you make one error, it can be life or death. Football, you can miss the goal, some of your friends will be mad at you, screw you, you missed. Basketball, he slips your ankles or whatever and you fall and it's embarrassing and it's humiliating. Skiing, brother, you make one wrong move, you tumble down a cliff and you break your neck. That's it. Your skiing is literally life or death. It's an extremely dangerous sport. And there's a category of sports called extreme sports. Skiing is one of those sports. Extreme sports like Formula One racing, like skiing, like I think monster truck. There's one where like you drive like dune buggies and like jump off hills and everything. One error that you're dead. The whole buggy falls on you, you're crushed, you're mangled. Same thing with skiing. One wrong move, your leg breaks, you start falling. It's extremely fatal. There are many skiing accidents. Skiing is not like a civilized, chill sport where like people, sit down and have whatever. Yes, old people do the sport, but they're extremely experienced. It's all here, and it's all in being able to make the right moves. So point is, my friends were a little bit more experienced at skiing than I was, and they were like, you know what, come, it's fine, whatever. And me and my thick head, I thought, it's fine, bro, I have high testosterone, I'm a man, I'm not scared, whatever, I'll just fucking do the skiing. I won't even take the training, I won't do any of that. Sometimes being too masculine is stupid for you, and you make stupid and rash and risky decisions. I'm a risk taker, and I just go crazy sometimes with the decisions I make. So we go to the ski resort, very north in Canada, in the northern Alps of Canada, where it's freezing. And it's snowing, of course, because we're on top of a fucking mountain where it's freezing, and literally breathing hurts. We put on the mask, goggles, whatever, and we start skiing. Obviously, I'm dog shit at first, but I get the hang of it. And for those who ski, you know that there are levels to mountains. There's like the cute green circle. This is level 1. I mean, anyone can do it. There's the intermediate blue square. And there's the deathly, the demonic, the evil black diamonds. Brother, I didn't know how to steer. Okay, I'm not able to steer the skiing thing. That's like the most beginner thing. But I was still able to complete the green circle. I was just bombing the green circles. Not the best idea, but I was having fun. A little bit down the line, my friends take me down to a blue square. But this blue square was not just any blue square. This was an error. This was a malfunction at the ski resort, at the ski park. I went down to the guy and asked him, was this actually a blue square? No, actually it wasn't. It was supposed to be a black diamond, but the sign was wrong. Point is, we go to that blue square, but in reality it's a black diamond. And my friends were able to complete it because they're much better skiers than I am. And it's my turn. It's my turn, and I go skiing down the hill. And at first, it was pretty fine. The problem with this one was, for experienced skiers, they know how to go down cliffs. I don't. So remember how I told you I like to bomb the fucking mountains? Because I can't control my speed, I can't steer. The skiing tactic is to steer so that you slow down. I don't know how to do that. So I just bombed the thing. I didn't know there was a cliff. I bombed the thing and I flew off the cliff. I fell off this fucking 20-story cliff or some shit. 15, 20-story cliff. And basically I hit a tree at the bottom. And my lower back went like this. And my neck fucking just like snapped backwards from whiplash. Fucking, the snowmobile ambulance came. I couldn't move. I literally was unable to move. I'll throw up some clips. Some of you have already known the story because I spoke about it on an earlier video. I'll throw up some clips of like the snowmobiles coming down to get me and me being sandwiched in like the ski stretcher. I couldn't move. Later down the line, I realized that I should have been paralyzed for the rest of my life, or maybe even dead. And there were 2 things that saved me. The first was training my lower back through deadlifts and just through bodybuilding in general. The second was training my neck. By the way, for the loyal brothers, how's the microphone? Let me know in the comments below because, again, like I said, huge upgrades coming to the channel, huge setup changes. You're gonna like the things that are gonna happen to the channel very soon. Anyways, we're gonna talk about neck training now. The people who do not train their necks do it for very stupid and retarded reasons, which we will dissect and destroy together right now. But I want to give you 3 pros of training neck, why it's extremely important, especially in the modern day. Number one, first of all, it can save your life. That's exactly what it did to mine. Now, when you enter a car accident, there's been documented cases of this, by the way. When you enter a car accident, the main thing that kills you is not the glass that enters your body. It's not like the broken arms. It's not the internal bleeding. It's not like any sort of force on your body. The main thing that kills you or like makes you paralyzed is whiplash. Whiplash is basically when you are in a moving object but your body is still, right? So let's say you are in a moving object which is a car or the skiing, the two little skiing legs. They're not moving. They're moving. Your body is still. The skiing things are moving. And the car, your body isn't moving. You're in a car, your body isn't moving. But let's say this car or the skis stop immediately. Like they have to stop because they hit a wall or they hit a tree. What happens to your body? Your body was not moving theoretically. Technically, your body was not moving, it was straight, right? But the thing is, when you crash into something, we all know like your body just basically like spazzes out and it just, flips back. The most damaging part of this is that your neck absorbs an unbelievable amount of force when your neck just goes like this. That's why you see people paralyzed because their spinal cords are severed. Spinal cords here. Their spinal cords are severed. They get brain damage. They get a concussion. They get whatever it is. That's just because of the amount of speed their neck goes at when this happens, when the whiplash happens. When you train your neck, and don't give me this bullshit reason of, oh, I've never been in a car accident. You'll only regret it when it happens, and when it happens, it will be too late. When you get into a car crash, or when you get into like some kind of movement that this like forces your neck or whiplashes it, your neck absorbs everything. But if you train your neck, it is able to absorb and withstand so much more force than it should naturally. So let's say your neck goes through 1,000, newtons of force when you get into a car crash. I don't know the exact digits. Don't nerd me out. I'm just like example. Let's say your neck goes through 1,000 newtons of force, which is this channel is turning into a science channel. I swear to God. It's the SI unit, which is the standard international unit of force, newtons. When you hit the wall or whatever, let's say your neck goes through 1,000 newtons of force. A natural neck, which has never been trained, can only withstand, let's say, 300 newtons of force before it takes damage. A trained neck can withstand a lot more than a natural neck. 1,500, 2,000. I'm giving you like an understanding of why it's so powerful for you to train your neck. You're able to withstand a car accident now. And now you're no longer fucking paralyzed or brain dead for the rest of your life. And now you're alive. Congratulations. That's because you trained your neck. Training neck can literally save your fucking life. Please keep this in mind. I have such a passion for training neck now. I always used to train neck for only reason number 2, which I'm about to tell you, for superficial reasons. But now that I realize it literally might have saved my life or might have saved me from being a cripple, I'm so dedicated to spreading a message of training your neck and training the sternocleidomastoid, which is, let me show you. It's these two muscles on the side, right? So it's the muscles that just pop up here, right? The thickness of your neck, okay? The sternocleidomastoid. And I'll show you how to train it in a second, the best way to train your neck. But let's talk about reason number 2, and this is, the superficial reason. It looks good. It's aesthetic. It makes you look more masculine. It makes your body look more proportional. It makes you look like more of a fighter, more of a man, more of a person you don't want to mess with. When you train your sternocleidomastoid, especially if you're able to train it to the level where it's in line with your jaw, it looks good. If I'll show up a picture of a guy who has a skinny neck but a jacked body and a guy who has a jacked neck, and who also probably has a jacked body. There's two very famous pictures of it. One like Asian. I'll find like a picture. One guy with a skinny neck and jacked. You won't be able to tell his body is jacked. You only look at his neck. And in real life, you're not really shirtless most of the time. You're wearing like a shirt or you're wearing something. What is exposed? Your forearms, which is why you should train your forearms, but also your neck is exposed most of the time. Your forearms aren't exposed all the time. My forearms aren't exposed right now. The only thing that's exposed, the only muscle that's exposed, it's my neck. What do you see? I'm pretty muscular because of my neck. If I do this, I'm pretty fucking muscular because I have some neck thickness to me, right? So these are the superficial reasons. It makes you look a lot better. Now look at Mike Tyson with this thick neck, but you can't see his body. He's jacked. The third reason is that you are far less likely to be knocked out. It's kind of in line with the first reason, but if you take a punch to the face, your neck can absorb the force from the punch or whatever it is. Your neck can absorb that damage. Okay, so when your neck absorbs that damage, you don't have to worry about being obviously the more force. Like if you get punched by Mike Tyson, go to sleep. Okay, but the average person, or maybe even better than average person, if you get punched by them and you have a strong neck, you're able to withstand the force of that. That's why boxers, especially, I'm still a boxer, right? But like I'm in a intermittent period where I'm not training. I'm gonna train more MMA. Boxers, they train their necks all the time. Why? They had the wisdom before we did. You can withstand a lot of force from this neck. So imagine you're out with your girl or something, man, and a guy wants to like talk some smack or do some stupid shit, or you're defending your family's honor. If only you were able to withstand that first punch that came through, because he was a dickhead. You didn't know you were gonna fight him. He just decided to sucker punch you for no reason. That dickhead who attacked you, wherever. Imagine if you're able to withstand that, but you didn't because your neck was too weak. You skinny necked nerd. Now that I gave you these three reasons, I hope they're like very convincing, because just the one that it can save your life should be convincing enough. Why do people not train their neck? Insecurity. That's the biggest reason. You don't want to show up to the gym and look odd because you put a plate on your forehead and you curl it. The thing is, it doesn't look odd at all, and there's been a rise of people training their necks because it's been getting more popular lately. It looks normal. It doesn't even look like something weird. When you go lift in the gym and you put the stupid plate on your forehead that you think looks like a blowjob workout and you curl it, it looks normal. And matter of fact, people come up to you and they start asking you questions. They start asking you like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And then you start having like a good, nice discussion with them about how boxers do it, and you're a boxer, which hopefully you should be, or a wrestler, or any kind of martial artist, right? All martial artists, they train their neck through these like neck curls and like some kind of neck training movement. That's how they do it. They literally just put a plate on the forehead. That's the best way to do it, right? Put a plate on your forehead and just curl it. And you'll have these awesome discussions with people who don't really think like, oh, he has blowjob. It's just insecurity from your end, man. Are you really going to let insecurity possibly end your life? Like, if you're watching this far, you are quite extraordinary, to be honest. Are you really gonna let something as small as, oh, I'm insecure about it, stop you? There is no reason for you to not train your neck. Truly, there's no reason for you. And if you think it takes too much time, it literally doesn't. Just add 3 sets in at the end of one of the workouts you lift in, right? One of your bro splits or one of your push pull legs, whatever it is. One day, just add 3 sets of neck curls at the end. The nice thing is, neck grows fast. Your neck will grow fast. So just put the plate on your forehead, start curling it, and trust me, your life could possibly, your life will change. It could be saved, and you will look better. You will look nicer. And trust me when I say this. This is a secret hidden tip for you by the end of the video. When you expand your neck, when you grow the sternocleidomastoid, I'm not sure about the science, but your face looks better. So if you're a bit lonely right now and you think looks maxing is the answer to all of your problems, this is one big looks max. I'll show up a final picture of 2 guys with different neck lengths, like same person, right? But just different neck lengths, clone. And I invite you to try this on yourself. Photoshop your neck to be thicker. You will like the bigger necked version of yourself. Here's 2 guys, same guys, just with different neck sizes. You tell me which one looks better. With that, wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.